Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back into the AM show. Now, joining us today are Lori Rose and Steve Adorno, the husband and wife duo behind the virtual band. Now, Lori is a powerhouse vocalist, and Steve is a drummer and producer who's toured with legends. And together, they have created a soulful sound that blends R&B, funk, and world music all together. And their latest project, ESPIRITO, a Brazilian fantasy, showcases their passion for exploring music that connects across all cultures. So without further ado, welcome to the show, Steve and Lori.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, good morning. How you guys doing?
Great, great.
Yeah?
We're having a great time here.
I first have to say, your fits today, guys, they are just raw. Look at this.
A1.
A1. We do a segment on the show, a little yay or nay with fashion looks, and I think we're doing 2 thumbs up, right? See?
Oh, yeah.
2 thumbs up today.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are crushing it. So first off, like I said in the intro, you guys are not just bandmates. You guys are a husband and a wife duo.
Yeah.
What's that like working together, doing something that you both love?
I think it's amazing because we've been together so long. Actually, this year is our 50th year together.
Wow.
We met 50 years ago, and almost instantaneously, we knew what we wanted to do. We gravitated toward each other, and we've been together ever since.
Yeah, we met in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, we went to school in the Bronx, or Lehman High School in the Bronx. And my years there, I had a band. I had put a band together with my friends, some of my high school buddies, and some of the kids from my neighborhood. And we had done a lot of shows. We were just starting out, so we were starting to do shows.
Kids.
Yeah, we were 16, 17 years old. Lori came into the school. She was singing and doing plays and all that, and some of the guys in the band say, "Put this girl in the band because she's great, and we'll make more money with a girl in the band." So we were like, I was like, "Yeah, okay."
That's always the case.
Yeah. Be the face
And they
of
were
it.
right. They were right about that. So she joined the band, and then we had put out. I had gone shopping the band around to record companies, and I found a small independent label in Manhattan that liked what we were doing. We were already writing original songs, and they signed us to a 1-year deal. And we ended up having this was 1976. So we ended up having a Billboard magazine essential disco disc of 1976. So here we were with a record on the radio, going to high school in the daytime, and playing illegally in nightclubs and bars at night because we were
How
too
much
young.
fun could that be?
That's amazing.
We were too young to be in those places, but we were performing.
The name of the band was Devotion, with an S-H-U-N at the end.
Devotion.
Okay, I see it.
So yeah, and we had that hit out on the radio, and from there things just kept going.
Yeah.
You know, and we got together, and we had all these things in common, and we fell in love.
Aww.
And we've been together ever since.
What a love story.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what early influences did you guys have when you were creating, and especially, so now Laura, you joined the band. What are your early influences towards your music?
Well, our influences started early, right? Because we came from homes that music was very prevalent in our lives, in our parents' lives. Her dad played guitar. He was a guitarist. My parents weren't musicians, but they were deep into music, deep into it. My dad was an audiophile, I would have to call him, because he collected albums of all genres. So I was growing up in the house listening to Leonard Bernstein, Miles Davis, Tito Puente, Santana. It was all, he listened to everything. So I grew up listening to that, and same was happening in her house.
Well, in my house, my father played guitar, and every Sunday we would gather for family gatherings, and we'd all sing. After dinner, we'd all sing. I mean, I've been singing all my life. That's how I do. And the music we listened to was the music of the time. Well, I grew up listening to the Carpenters, Carole King, and a lot of Brazilian music. Sergio Mendes, for me, back then was really, really big. And that was the late 60s, 70s. So it heavily influenced, and we have dancers in the family as well, and so dancing to that kind of music was always fun, and we always did that as well. My family has been performing in some way, fashion, or form like
Since
for many,
vaudeville.
many years. Since vaudeville.
Wow.
My great uncle did vaudeville. My cousin Lou Paciocco was the owner of La Cage aux Folles in California. We've always been in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
My cousins are dancers,
She's got a cousin on Broadway right
singers.
now.
Yeah, I have a cousin on Broadway. Yeah.
So it's in the blood.
It's in
Yeah, it's in the blood.
blood.
Yeah, to do
It's in
that.
the blood.
Yeah,
Had
but
to do it.
how important is that? I mean, as you know, you've gone on with your life and you guys realize, wow, the influences really started in the home.
Yeah.
How important is music in the home, especially for children?
I think it's super important, and it kills me that so many schools are cutting out music programs these days. I think that's a horrific thing, because as you know, if you love music, music brings people together. It's a universal language. It cuts across all religion, all cultural.
Yes.
Music is a bonding thing.
Yeah.
So we knew that since we were kids. We picked up on that. We started performing young, and we both enjoyed the joy that we would see in people's eyes and how they felt about seeing us perform. So we knew that.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
It gives you pleasure, but it also gives everyone else pleasure, and you share joy that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
And I have a question. I mean, I'm a huge music head, and Nadine as well. How would you describe your sound? And I'm sure it's probably something that has changed, but because we're talking about early beginnings, what was your sound like then? And then as you began to work together, how did that change?
Okay, well, I came up in so many different things, as you can tell. But I started first singing. I was singing like pop, rock stuff, But I was listening to everything. In the 70s, there was an amazing amount of music, all different genres, and you were affected by each one. When I started with Devotion, with the band, they had me come in and sing like Patti LaBelle songs. And I was like, okay, never done this. But it was a wonderful learning ground for me, to just soak up all the culture. I love different culture. I just love to do that. And I love to sing in languages as well.
Oh yeah, what languages do you sing?
I can sing in Italian, the Romance languages, Italian, French, Spanish.
Beautiful though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a beautiful variety there. And so you've been able to sing in different languages, go through different genres, and you've also stepped on some of the most iconic stages as well. Let's talk about Studio 54, CBGB's, the Copacabana. I mean, do you remember when you first got the offer, the invitation?
Absolutely.
And then what was it like actually
It was
being there?
super exciting
Yeah?
because we had already heard of these rooms and these venues.
Yeah.
And to be invited to perform in them was really like a rush,
It was a rush. It was a rush.
And so we got to step on a lot of big stages, you
Yeah.
know. Right around 1980, I joined a band called GQ. We were on Arista Records. We got signed by Clive Davis. And we ended up having 3 #1 platinum hit records. We sold millions of hit records.
Wow.
Disco Nights, I Do Love You, Sitting in the Park. These are classic R&B songs today.
Yeah.
And through them, I got to really work even bigger venues. I was doing stadiums, giant stadiums, Cobo Arena in Detroit, Soldiers Field in Chicago. I mean, really, 55, 60,000 people, on these giant stages. So our musical life really grew, just a lot of luck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck involved. Yes, there's talent. You have to have talent to even be there. but that's not going to get you all the way through. There has to be a little luck, you know, being in the right places at the right time, kind of thing.
And we were lucky that we supported each other.
Yes.
You know, that was, I mean, a lot of people don't have that. A lot of creatives need to have some type of support. And the fact that we could support each other through it was really helpful for us. And is probably one of the reasons why we stood together as long as we did as well. You know,
Yeah, it's true.
because all along, while he was on the road, he would come home and we had our other original music projects. We had Street Child, which was a pop rock. We had Visitor, which was like
A progressive fusion rock kind of thing.
kind of like the Police.
So we've done all kinds of genres of music.
We really have.
We were with Fania Records for a while, a band called Seguida, New York Latin rock,
Yeah, that was a little later on.
which is a little later on, right? But you know, we've done all types of music. I think the only thing we haven't done is country music. And I'm already
There's still time.
I'm just going to say, there's still
Country
time. I'm
music
fun to
has
listen.
really expanded.
Yeah.
has.
Oh yeah.
They are really a fusion of a lot of things now.
Into the rock
which I'm
world a
loving.
little.
Yes, the rock, the
Yeah.
R&B. I even hear some hip hop beats
In
on
there.
country songs. And I'm like,
that.
okay. Now let me get a shot at that. You know.
Yeah, it's funny though. Even Sergio Mendes. I mean, I'm in love with Sergio Mendes.
Yeah, we're
but,
big
even he
Sergio fans.
worked with hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was the
So
thing.
yeah, that's brings us to our new album, ESPIRITO, which came out in April. It was dropped in April, and a lot of that music is also inspired by Sergio Mendes because, like in her house when she was a kid, she was already listening to that. And my dad, who had mentioned before, who was a collector of records, had all of Sergio's albums. So it was a
Great
funny
stuff.
thing that we both grew up listening to Sergio Mendes and loving it so much.
Yeah.
So when we got older now and then we did all these other projects, we finally looked at each other and said, hey, you know, she said to me,
Go back to the roots.
yeah, why don't we try a Brazilian thing? And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea, honey.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing it, and it's doing really well.
Yeah.
Our distributors are telling us that we have 3.7 million streams.
Wow, come on.
Yeah, so
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you know what? We actually have a little bit of a clip from one of the songs.
fantastic.
So let's actually
yeah.
play it so you guys can hear it as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, if that doesn't make
yeah.
you move those shoulders and those hips.
Little bossa funk.
Oh, so good. Just really quickly though, guys, let's put the cover art back up. What's the inspiration for the artwork behind the album? Because it's just so beautiful. There's something with those colors and the white and you guys there.
We were
Tell us about
thinking
that.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Those
we
are the
were-
colors of Brazil.
Yeah.
and those are also right. The colors are of the Brazilian flag are on those colors, but also Carnival, which is, you know, that's the big Brazilian thing where the dancers when they wear the
With the
flamboyant
feathers.
Yeah.
So that's why you got the feathers in there and the colors, and just wanted to give that, like, you know, Brazilian vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, you totally, you rocked it. You crushed that.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. And then the name of the album, Espiritu, the
Spirit.
Spirit.
Right.
I mean,
Spirit. Yeah.
you know, I mean, where you could have gone anywhere as far as naming the album.
Yes.
Is there a specific reason why? I mean, I think I have an understanding why, but why did you choose Espiritu to name the album?
Well,
First of all, that's what it's all about. First, we are, and that music is all about the spirit. Okay, and the spirit is within us, and we want to share it with everyone else.
Exactly.
And our next volume 2, it's going to be Ascension, which means rising.
Ascension.
So it's
Rising.
going to be even better than the first one.
Yeah, that's great. And when are you guys releasing that?
It's going to be around the same time in the spring, probably
April,
May.
Okay.
around April.
April, May?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is about a year from this one, because this one was in this past April,
Yeah.
May.
We are actually we are now being played in the top, what was it, top 10
Top 10.
on Connect Brazil,
Wow.
which is the #1
The
station,
#1 Brazilian music
Brazilian
station.
music
That's
station.
huge,
That's
guys.
amazing.
Yeah,
Congrats.
yeah.
We have
Thank you.
3 songs in the top
Have
10.
3 songs in the
and
top
one
10.
rising.
And one
What?
rising. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
What's
album's
that-
doing well.
What's that feeling like?
Wow.
It
After you
feels
put
great.
months and years and just
That's
into these
the-
ideas, what's that like?
You hit it on the head.
Yeah.
It's I got to pinch myself every once in a while, because this is something that we've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And we put a lot of our spirit into the songs on this CD. And I'm not Brazilian. Okay, so I was wondering or worrying, would I hit the nail on the head? Would I get this right? And I think we did. And apparently the audience is thinking that we did too.
Yeah.
So we were very inspired because we took a trip to Italy.
Right, this is how this album came about. Tell the story.
And we were just flabbergasted. We love the country, and it just opened up so many doors, right? Did it not? It was so beautiful.
We
and
spent almost a month in Italy.
it was great.
And-
When we got home,
Yeah.
Steve said to me, Lori, the doors have opened.
You got inspiration.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
like a door open. That's
Yeah.
only I can describe it. And all this music poured out after coming home from that trip. We went all over Italy, so we got to see a lot of.
He writes the music. I'm
She
a
writes the
lyric
lyrics.
melody girl.
Okay. Well, that works
Yeah.
together then.
That
It's a
is
beautiful
correct.
pairing.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
along those lines, I was going to ask you about that. What does what does that creative process look like between you both?
It's different for each thing that we do. I end up. I'm an emotional writer. I take my feelings from life experiences. In this case, it was the Italy trip and being in that other culture out of the United States and seeing another country and the beauty of Italy, which was, no matter where you went, it was gorgeous. And it just broke me open inside. And when I came back home, it was like she said, the doors opened.
Yeah, the flood doors is like,
And I just sat at the keyboard and I was like, Lori, I have to get this out of me. And I just ended up writing, feelings is really what I'm writing. I'm just kind of translating what I'm feeling inside and the visions of where I was.
they're not yet songs yet when you do that. You
Right.
know, you're just,
They're
it's just,
grooves, they're
Right.
they're like clay. You can mold it. I have a general vibe for a groove, a feeling for chord changes, which, chord progressions give you the emotion, depending on what the progressions are. That's where the emotion in music comes
and
from.
then I always tell him, when you're playing me the song that you just created and you want me to work on, I said, I come in the door sometimes, he goes, listen to this. So I sit down and I immediately take a pen and paper because the first impression is always your best impression.
Yeah,
You know, the
absolutely.
first time you hear things for the first time, you just have so many different ideas, and then you start jotting them down, jot.
Yeah, she's right
and,
about
and
that.
yeah, that has to be it.
Yeah.
And especially even when I record things, I like to be more spontaneous. To sit there and just let it happen. I don't want to chew on it too long.
Yeah.
Because that really takes the spontaneity out of a performance, and you want to capture the best performance when you're doing an album.
When you're recording.
Yeah,
and
when you're
stuff,
recording.
yeah.
Because it's more natural too.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's straight from the heart, and more people could probably connect to that
Exactly.
because it may be their first feeling,
Exactly.
The
right?
more
You are
times
correct.
you do it, the more it's like, okay, more of the same. No, you have to go with that
Yeah.
spark, the first spark.
The first spark of what you
Yes.
what you listen to. Wow. I mean,
Now-
it's so yeah.
Now, I've written 2 off-Broadway plays. scores.
Wow, good for you.
2 off-Broadway plays that I've done. Also, I wrote music for Nintendo video games.
Oh, we know that you have.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we actually have a clip of that in a second. Yeah, we'll play that in just a second, but please tell us more.
Well, you asked about, you know, what the process is. It's the same thing with that
Yeah.
stuff. When the playwright gave me the scripts for the plays, I wrote the music with one read. Okay, I would read the scene and close the book.
Wow.
Because if you read it 2 or 3 times, you lose the first initial pulse, that spark of emotion that came off that page. If you keep reading it, you get further and further away. So I end up writing music that way, whether it's for a project like this or if it's for a play. I try to use my emotions to create the music, and I try to do it on the first impressions.
Yeah.
Because that's usually your best.
Yeah, because really that's what you want music to do. Even incidental music, you want it to support the emotion of the scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how you feel and how you've taken it is probably what most people are thinking when they hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Well, let's see that magic actually come to life for the score you did for that N64 game. Let's check it out.
Call me Junior. 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 Call me Junior.
I was just saying, this is the sound of 90s video games.
Absolutely.
You capture the essence and the heart of like our childhood.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
he gets so many writers just saying, "Oh my God, I love that game." Call me Junior.
Yes, somebody on
Yeah.
Facebook found me and realized that my name was on that video game. And
Wow.
I got over 1,000 people write to me saying, I grew up with this game. This is the soundtrack of my childhood.
Yeah.
Me and my little brother would play this in the bedroom.
Yes.
I love you, man.
Of everything you've done, everything was
Right. A silly song. That 30-second song.
Yeah.
But that, you know, there it is. That taught me a lesson. That something that small could have such an impact
Yeah.
on people. Because these people were all these guys were writing to me and saying, "You wrote this Call Me Junior." And that song is funny because the studio from Nintendo that hired me, they sent me clips of Ken Griffey Jr. So that's him talking on. They're saying call me Junior.
Wow.
And I use sounds like for the drum sounds, I used a bat hit the ball as the snare.
Wow.
And the sound of a ball hitting into the catcher's glove as the bass drum.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's what's
Cool.
going on.
Making it real.
And make it exactly.
That's
Well,
amazing.
and I think it also proves once again how music just sparks memories,
Yes.
and it can just bring up nostalgia. You hear one beat
Absolutely.
and you're just transported back to a
Back-
different
and
time.
that's what happened with these
Thousands of
guys.
people contacting you
Yeah,
about that
that's what
exact same
happened.
thing.
I mean, that's-
yeah.
That's what happens too when we play an old song from back then. And we just recently did a concert with the virtual band, which is who we're
Our current
performing with
band.
now.
Yeah.
And we had a picture that his brother is a photographer, Jeff Adorno, fabulous. And he took a picture of this couple. It was kind of a silhouette, and we were playing what were we playing?
Always and Forever,
we were playing Always and Forever because
which is a beautiful R&B
it's a beautiful ballad. We were doing that because our band currently is
All Stars.
all stars from different bands, and one of the guys was with Heatwave, so we were playing that song, and the silhouette was of them like just holding and kissing, and right in front of and it was like
In front of the stage, yeah.
in front of
it
the stage. It was
what
that
a
moment,
shot.
that magic moment,
Yeah.
which is great.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful how that music can come together and it creates and sparks so many different emotions. And you brought up the virtual band, and we want to dive into all of that, but we're just quickly going to take a commercial break.
Sure.
And then we're going to hear everything you guys are up
Absolutely.
to today and how you really are bringing all the all-stars together
Oh,
into
yeah.
one. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more fun here on the AM Show.
All right. right, welcome back to the AM show. We are here with Lori Rose and Steve Adorno, and we are having a conversation of conversations. Honestly, we're talking about all things music, their early beginnings, and all of the above. We just saw a clip from Steve's creation of Ken Griffey 64. Larry, if you're watching this, I'm going to send you the clip. I met him. I met the guy. We made it. But we're going to keep the conversation going, and we want to chat. We were talking a little bit when we were off on commercial. We were talking about virtual band. And about the all-stars that are in it. So who can you guys name some of the folks that you have a part of the band and where they come from and how you guys all found each other?
All right. So basically, we started the virtual band. It was called the virtual band because we started during COVID, right? Although all of us as members and individuals have done each other's projects throughout many, many years. So
we all
this
knew
is
each
our
other for
circle.
decades.
So during COVID, we weren't nobody was working. So
Everything was shut down.
Everything was shut down. So we were writing music and passing it like, virtually. And so, Steve would send a track, guitarist would put his part, send it back, keyboard would put his part, send it back, and then mix it. And we did a whole album that way.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the virtual band. Virtual band VBNYC, which is Virtual Band New York City.
Yeah.
Basically. And so the people who are in the band is, of course, Steve, GQ, and a host of other people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Our guitarist, Brian Lammers, was with Heatwave.
Yeah.
And Stone City.
Stone City. That's Rick James's band.
Rick James's band.
Rick James.
Keyboard player, Curtis Stiles. He was at BB&Q band. He had a few hits back in the 80s as well, I think with Jerkinky Fox, which was based in Germany, was it?
Yeah, they were on Warner Brothers.
Yep. Then they had records out. Saxy Rick.
Saxy Rick. Oh, I like
He's so saxy.
That's great.
Yeah. Saxy Rick is our
sax player.
sax player, obviously.
Yeah.
3-time Apollo Theater winner.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
He's played with everybody and still does.
Wow.
He's amazing. And really our front line, everybody sings. We all sing leads. And we sing all harmonies. So
We got Mike Sharp on
Mike
bass.
Sharp on the bass.
New York City session bass player.
That's right.
But done plenty of stuff too. And a new member that has been working with us lately is Tony Cintron, who is a drummer percussionist. He's right now he's with Little Louie Vega's Elements of Life. He was also the drummer for a classic disco band back in
Unlimited Touch.
Unlimited Touch. So everybody in the band has all this, experience, and they're all I call them super pros.
Yeah.
Guys who toured, who put records out, had hits, and if you come see us, you're going to see a show because you're going to see 100 years of
100 years.
between all of us, like 100 years of experience on the stage.
Yeah.
And we give it. We really put on a show.
Yeah.
And I love seeing you, Lori, front and center, just like you were coming out of high school, that first band.
Oh, yeah.
You're always there in the lead with all the guys.
Always.
I love seeing it there. But so you named all these all-stars, but where did the spark come from? Like, how does that start of did you just start calling up one at a time and being like, hey, do you want to join the band? Do you want to join the band? Or how did all that form?
Well, like Lori had said earlier, though, right?
Yeah, before I go there, I forgot myself.
Oh, right.
No, please, give yourself that intro.
Right. Lori's done tons of stuff. God.
Tons of stuff, but
MCA
just
recordings.
one good mention to call out would be, was signed to Terrible 2 Productions, MCA Records. I had a release in 1988. These were the producers, Fred McFarlane and Alan George, that actually produced and put out the #1 dance hit ever, which was Show Me Love by Robin S. So we were in that vein. Wow. He did Jocelyn Brown, numerous of
Somebody
others.
else's guy, yeah. So
He's
wrote stuff for
they're
her.
legends in their genre. So I had release called Every Beat of My Heart, and released on MCA Records in 1988.
Oh my God, that is huge, girl. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's big. What was that like for you at the time?
Oh, that was great. I
Yeah.
went around. I did a lot of track dates with that, though, for the song, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. And
Yeah.
I'm still doing the song today because it means a lot to me.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still perform
And
the song
people
on the
love it.
show.
Do you perform it with the virtual band?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we do.
great.
So the virtual,
Well,
what
that's one of the
what
things
were we up to?
we do with the virtual band is we perform songs from each person, like the guitar player was from Heat Wave, so they had 4 #1 hits. So we do those songs.
wow.
GQ, we do Disco Nights and Sitting in the Park and some of those songs.
So we put ourselves out there, what we've done.
Yeah.
What happened was after we were recording, we had a whole CD, right?
Yeah.
During COVID, and we put this in, and everyone's looking at each other. We're going, why don't we just play out now? It's safe,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
as
how
things started to open up, everybody was like, the CD sounds so great. Why don't we put the band back together and go start doing shows?
yeah, and
you're
all,
like,
and the members, like I said, we've been working with Brian for like
Yeah, our guitar player.
almost like 40 years. right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
since the
Almost-
80s.
almost
So a lot of us have long relationships. Saxy, Rick, and Lori had been playing together for over 20 years in different things that they were doing. So there's connections. There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Synergy there.
yeah, there is.
Yeah.
So when you see us live, you feel that too because we're a family. We're a family band, and that comes off the stage when you see us. You'll see that because we're just so comfortable up there, and we have so much fun. And if we're having fun on stage, the audience always ends up having fun. Always.
Of course.
So
You guys set the tone?
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Wow.
set the tone.
Well, now you guys are so experienced. This is just an honest question. I mean, do you guys even rehearse, or is it just kind of like
Yes.
you just show up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Rehearsing is something that we actually love to do. We love to rehearse. And normally we would rehearse 3 to 4 times a month.
Yeah, keep it fresh, keep it going.
Yeah.
Dance steps, whatever we got to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
know,
yeah.
We're always
Making
doing
the
little
show
tweaks.
work,
Yeah.
Tweaking all the time, or learning a new song and sticking it in the show.
Yeah.
Or changing arrangements. We keep everything fresh.
Yeah.
So rehearsal is big with us. We're a big rehearsing band. And when you hear us, you can tell because we go up on that stage and we just kill it.
Tear it down.
Yeah.
So how would you guys describe like the overall sound? I know you guys do a lot of, I guess, not covers, but you guys honor some of the songs you guys do. But do you guys
They're
do
our own
any
covers.
Yeah, they're your own covers of each of the members of the band. Do you guys
Yeah.
have you guys created any originals as a band?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, we have.
So what's the sound of that?
It's a fusion. When you hear it, you can hear the influences of all the stuff that we grew up listening to. It's in the music. We are all basically R&B, soul, disco, funk musicians, mostly. So that's the vibe you get when you come hear us. And because people know our music from years of listening to the radio, they still play most of our songs on the radio on these classic stations on the satellite. So the music's still in rotation. There's younger people who are discovering us, our old songs, and it's great.
And we perform some of our original music in the show.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's fun. So it's just a jam sesh. It's just a huge jam sesh. And I want to know also, because on top of everything you guys do, you also run a production company as well.
Yeah.
And it's called Unrhoda Music Works.
Unrhoda, yeah.
Unrhoda Music
Unrhoda.
Works. So tell us about that and how has that kind of helped shape the projects you guys do with the virtual band?
Well, Unrhoda Music Works, it's Adorno spelt backwards.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I like that. There it is. Okay.
Yes. So it's there to facilitate, our
Yeah.
music business, everything that we do, all the
Right.
projects that we do. So
It's a combination of a record company, publishing company. This way, when we write and compose music, it goes through Unrhoda Music Works to be. And we also, when we do shows, we sign. We're an LLC, so we sign contracts through our company. We publish the music through our company through Unrhoda Music Works. So, and that's a husband and wife team production company. So
Yeah,
was
yes,
kinda cool.
definitely.
Love that.
Cool.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's so cool. And you know, you guys have done so much, and you know, your music's still in rotation. You got the album where you have multiple hits that are top 10 in Brazil. And I want to backtrack a little bit because we've spoken about a lot of your performances and Seguida. Right. And your performances with Seguida, how has that influenced everything? And then even with the virtual band, will you cover songs that you've done with Seguida?
Well, Seguida came up in 1973 and was created by a friend of ours named Randy Ortiz, who is now I believe he's the assistant dean of St. John's, right?
Yes, we had
University?
Randy on the show.
Yeah.
we had a
Well,
great
I've known
convo with
Randy
him.
since I'm 17 years old.
Amazing.
Well, you lived around the corner.
We lived on the corner.
And most of the
each other.
musicians from the original Seguida lived
Oh, we all
in the
lived
area.
in the yeah.
What was it with that area that just
You know
pumped
what?
out some musicians?
I got to tell you, that neighborhood when I was growing up.
Hip hop came out of that neighborhood.
Yeah. We were by Bronx River Projects, which is this was 174th Street and Rosedale Avenue section, Soundview section of the Bronx, when this was happening.
Wow.
Up the block was the beginning of hip hop in Bronx River Projects.
Yes.
That was 4 blocks from my house.
Wow.
And that's how you know Raheem from there.
That's how I know
Raheem
Raheem
from GQ.
the lead singer.
And Ralph Rowe from Chic.
The drummer from Chic is Ralph Rowe, a guy
All
I've
in
known
that
since
area.
I'm 16. We lived in the same. We all lived in like this. We all knew each other.
It was a big music
So
thing.
Seguida was, Randy was older than all of us. If we were 16, he was 18, 19, something like that. And it was his concept to put together a Latin rock band because California, San Francisco had Santana, Carlos Santana. But nobody had that here in New York City until we came along. So in New York, he put together Seguida New York Latin Rock, and got signed to Fania Records, which was a label that was prominent with Latin music in New York City.
Yeah, it's
The home of salsa music.
Santana was more their
Chicano,
Chicano kind
Mexican Chicano vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
We were more
Afro-Cuban
Yeah.
on this side because it's more salsa based, Cuban rhythms. And
Yeah.
so that's how that band got put together. Signed in 1973 to Fania.
Louis Perez.
Louis Perez, we've known each other since we're 8 years old.
And he was in Devotion.
He was the guitar player from Devotion.
like
so,
crazy.
Wow.
so it's a family thing, It's a small circle we've stayed with for 50 years.
Yeah.
Because we're still with everybody and we still see each other and we've made all this music over the past 50 years together. Seguida has 5 albums out that you can find it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, we
As-
actually have a performance of Seguida.
Ah,
Yeah, of you
cool.
guys performing. Let's check that out, everyone, so you can hear the sound.
If you wanna be a movie star, I'll take you to Hollywood. And if you wanna stay just like you are, you never think you really should. I'm your fearless baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm your fearless sugar. And now I'm sure you know that I love you. I need you. I want you got to have it, child. Thank God in heaven you know I love you.
I love the dancing music.
That was a huge band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like maybe at our largest times we were maybe 15, 16 of us.
Wow.
Because a big horn section, 4 drummers, Lori and the other girl up front. Rhythm section, 2 guitar players, 2 keyboard players. It was a big band.
Yeah.
So when you heard us play, it was like a train coming at you.
Yeah.
It was like a locomotive.
Yeah.
But it was cool because that music for that project was a fusion of R&B and salsa and rock.
Wow.
So it was a fantastic project, and it's still out there. You can find all our albums. They're all available on all the streaming services.
And that was a great little thing we did there for MLB.
Major League
right?
Baseball.
It was all shot live, and we did a ton of songs because they were doing some kind of a What were they doing?
They were
Here's something.
They were trying to get a larger, younger demographic for Major League Baseball.
And they were featuring all kinds
And
of
so they were
artists.
doing. They said music would be the way to pull young people in.
As
So
usual.
MLB started to do these TV shows, having different types of music.
Wow.
And we got pulled into that, thank God. And
That's amazing.
it was a great break for us.
Yeah.
You know.
So beautiful, guys. I mean, you have done so much. You've had your hands in so many different projects, so many different genres,
We've
so
been
many different
blessed.
albums.
Been blessed.
And we're so glad you were here to share your story and that everybody could now check you guys out. And you guys have more fans now. You at least have 2 more fans now. So
yeah.
we're rooting
you.
for you guys. So just before we wrap this up, so what do you guys, I know you guys have a new album coming out next spring, but are you guys going on tour at all for
We
your
have
current
shows
album?
coming up.
Tell us about the shows coming up.
We have shows coming out with the virtual band.
Okay.
So far. Our next show is going to be October 25th, and we're up at Resorts World, Catskills.
Oh, that's
It's a
Casino.
casino up there.
Yeah.
And then following in January, we'll be in Teaneck, New Jersey at the Debonair Music Hall. Those are our 2
What's the date of
closer
that?
shows, and that is January 24th.
Wow. Perfect. So we'll be able to check you guys
Yeah,
out.
you can go
Please
there
do.
and buy tickets. And
Great.
You can find us on all social media. Look for Steve Adorno, Lori Rose Adorno.
Yeah.
And
You
as
can
far
find
as the Brazilian
the Brazilian project on
you know,
all streaming services right
Right.
now. So please go on
And we
your
hope-
favorite streaming service, Pandora. You know,
we hope one
Spotify,
day to
whatever
put
you have.
together a live thing for that too.
Yeah, so excited. We'll be watching for it. Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys so much for taking
Thank
the
you
time
for
to
having
visit
us.
with
Thank
us.
you.
And congrats to everything
This
you guys
was a
are
lot of
doing.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was great. You listen, you heard all of the goodies here. Make sure you go and stream the music so you can jam, so you can rock. I know I'm going to be dancing my way all the way through the week into the weekend. So I'm excited. Thanks again for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you.
We have much more of the AM show, so don't go anywhere. Stick with us. We're going to go to commercial. We're going to come right back. And yeah, we'll probably still be jamming.